This is something that you've written about. If you follow you, obviously, on your Instagram, you were posting about it as well. You slept rough on Saturday night to raise awareness for an incredible cause.
I did, yeah. It was called the Big Sleep Out, and it was kind of done worldwide, actually. But I wanted to do an article about homelessness because it's one of those things. I think if you're not involved in that side of things, and I'm not, you only think about homelessness at Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I thought, no, I wanted to do kind of like a big article about it, which I did, that was printed yesterday. And as a culmination of that, I heard about this sleep out, and I thought, well, I'll do it just to get an idea. And I think that if you're one of those people who walks past a homeless person or says, nobody, you know, they don't have to sleep out, they're doing that because they want to. Nobody, I think, sleeps out because they want to, because it was, you know, I was in protected environment. I was in Trafalgar Square. I lay on a bit of cardboard. I had a sleeping bag. It was torrential rain at 2 a.m. So I got woken up. I managed to get to sleep about 10 o'clock. It was noisy, Trafalgar Square. And, you know, I just think anybody in that situation just would not be there by choice. No. And what I learned, is desperation. And it's different. You know, I think we have to differentiate the people sometimes that you see begging during the day, sitting up with a sign. If they haven't got their entire possessions alongside them, chances are that they're probably not homeless.
Yeah. Did you have anyone try and give you money?
No, because because it was an organised event. Yeah. Right, okay. You know, people kind of knew why we were there.
Right.
And also, so you felt the discomfort rather than the fear, the desperation. It was a you
know, and it's very easy to do that in terms of, because, you know, the next morning I went home and had a hot meal and a hot bath and the support of my family. And the thought of doing that every single night, and also particularly a lot of the homeless people that I spoke to said their biggest enemy is actually drunk people abusing them. One guy had his sleeping bag set fire to. He said, like, rats come and try and nibble your fingers sometimes if you're in a, you know, and homelessness among women is a rising problem. A lot of them are fleeing domestic violence. And I think it's just about the fact that when people become homeless, there's very complex reasons behind it.
It's tackling how they get there in the first place.
The system's very slow. There's a lot of charities working very hard, but the authorities are very slow to spot a potential problem and deal with it at the very beginning.
And I think as well, a lot of people walking by would think, well, that can never happen to me. But in reality, any one of us is only a few unfortunate decisions away from experiencing homelessness. And I think homelessness conjures up, yes, the image of someone sleeping on the street, but people can be homeless in many different ways. There's people sofa surfing because they don't have a home to go to.
It's a vicious circle because, you know, if you split up from your partner, you lose your job. And then for a woman with children, if they're trying to find a job, you know, they might not have the clothes just to even turn up for an interview in.
And once you get into that sort of vicious
domino
circle,
effect.
It's a domino effect. And then, I mean, the guy who organised it, this big sleep out, a guy called Josh Littlejohn, he's amazing. And he runs a charity in Scotland, and he employs homeless people, and they've built this village, and he's incredible. But he says here, and I love this quote, he said, "You realise you've got such a stereotypical perception that people made bad decisions and became addicts," because obviously one of the things is a huge problem with drug addiction. But these are people that just got dealt the worst cards you can imagine, and society, when they reached 16, just turned its back. And I think that, for me, sort of sums it up. So if you meet anyone homeless and see them on the street, talk to them. They're people.
You know, the veterans that come back from war. That's, you know, that's the sort of gift that they end up with, is being on the street, because there's no life outside of war, is there? And you know, there's a lot people can do in different areas.
I think another thing that I'd like to make a point of is there's any big businesses out there. You know, you've got young people. There's like over 100,000 young people that are either going to be homeless or homeless. You know, if you can give out an apprenticeship to somebody and look at them for their character rather than the fact that they haven't got experience, then that might try and help back.
Absolutely.
It going forward.
Or even if you don't run a big business, or you're watching at home and you would like to do something to help the homeless, or you needed advice, or even if you're just worried about someone that you know, there are helplines that we've put on our website that will be able to give you the advice that you're looking for.